I've always been a big fan of Five Nights at Pingas. However, after a traumatic event, I won't be playing those games again for a long time. The story begins on a summer afternoon. I was looking for Five Nights at Freddy's fan games on Game Jolt for me to play until I decided to look at Animator XP's profile and saw that he had released a new Five Nights at Pingas game. Out of curiosity, I decided to see what it was. The name of the game was Five Nights at Pingas 666. I found it a little strange as it broke the numerology of the games, but I let it go because it's just a game, right? What could go wrong? I downloaded the game and, oh boy, little did I know what a mistake I was doing. I started the game and I was there, but something different happened. The game didn't have a title screen and the game immediately skipped to the gameplay. I was in a dark room and there was a light switch in front of me, and there was also a door and a exposure meter. Thus, the mechanics were similar to the ones in One Night at Flumpty's 2, but there was a small difference. There was a ventilation where Mexican Satan could appear to attack me, and there was a power generator with a valve, and if the power runs out, it's game over, my friend. So I already knew what I had to do. I had to turn off the light switch when a character appear, close the ventilation if Mexican Satan appear, and use the power generator if power was running out. I decided to look at the cameras to see what was happening, until I saw Robotnik. However, he wasn't with his standard design from before. He had sharp teeth, black eyes that cried blood, and sharp claws, and he was ready to hunt and to kill me. I was scared, so I decided to look at the other cameras to see where the other characters were, and I saw Sanic. But he was no longer normal. He had become Sanic.exe. I looked at the cameras and now I noticed that everyone had become .exes. Were ready to kill me. I was desperate, but luckily 2 AM arrived, so my victory was closer than ever. Or at least, that's what I thought. I looked at the ventilation and I saw that Mexican Satan was there, with his black eyes that cried blood and his sharp teeth ready to attack me. Luckily, I managed to close the ventilation, and so I didn't die to Mexican Satan, until suddenly Sanic.exe appeared at the door and he was looking straight at me, ready to attack me. But before my exposure meter was full, I turned off the light and he walked out the door. I was very scared, because my exposure meter was half full, so I was close to die. But thanks God I survived until 3 AM. I continued the night until I apparently passed the night. Well, but not everything was what it seemed like. The time meter went back to 2 AM and the night became night 666. I was scared because this was totally new and no other game had done this before. And the night started and the room was the same as before, but there was something different. That night there was only Mexican Satan and no one else. I got confused and I thought, where are the other characters? Then I realized there was a new camera called A69. I opened it out of curiosity and I saw something that goes live in my nightmares. The bodies of the entire Pingas gang. I also realized that night there was a phone guy calling me and he said the following.
You are in hell and get ready to die.
Now everything made sense. I was a damned soul who was sent to hell, and Mexican Satan kidnapped the Pingas gang and turned them into demons to kill me, and he killed them when they failed. But with a lot of dedication I managed to get through the night, but instead of me winning the night, the game put me in a chase minigame where I had to escape Mexican Satan in less than 200 seconds while controlling Jake from Subway Surfers. I finally managed to escape and I finished the game. After I finished, the window closed out of nowhere and the game uninstalled itself. After that, I swear to God, I'm only going to play Five Nights at Pingas games after 4 years again. After 4 years, when I went to see the games page on the Game Jolt, it wasn't there anymore. This means that Animator XP knew that this game was so creepy. The end.